So importing bank statements manually, how does that work in Receipt Runner? You have two ways you can import transactions that Receipt Runner needs to find receipts for. You can either auto-sync or you can import them manually. And this video will show you how to import manually. So importing manually is just using any CSV, Excel, or other spreadsheet file from your bank, some sort of bank statement, anything should work. And most banks internationally should also work. And I'm going to show you here with a Norwegian bank statement, which will be fairly complicated because of the date format and other things. But I think it'll make a good example of the power of this system. So we're going to go ahead and import this one first, I think. And first it'll ask you for the name of the account you want to import to. And since we don't have any accounts already, I need to type in a new one. So I'll just type in the name of my bank. And then it also asks you what the currency of the document is. And it'll default to the local currency where you live. And for this one, it's correct, but if it's not, you should change it. So, and then this is the file that we just imported. And you can see it's fairly messy, like a lot of bank statements from banks are. The first few rows here are not really that relevant. And then the actual rows that we want to import start down here. But okay, Receipt Runner can handle that. So we need a column for date, for description to parse, and for the amount. And the amount can be set as expense and income set separately. So let's start with the date. These are obviously the dates. But once I choose date here, you'll see that it parses those kind of weirdly, and that's because these are Norwegian dates, so they go like day, month, year. But this is parsed as month, day, and so it doesn't parse that one. And that's a red flag for me. So I'm just going to go up here and change the date format to day, month, and year, which is the format we see down here. And that's the little complication for this file. And then we can go ahead and choose the description to parse, because that looks good now. And description to parse does a few things, but I'll go through them after I've chosen the other ones. And then we can ignore these. They're not really relevant to ignore. Or you don't have to ignore them, but it just makes it a little cleaner, easier to look at. You know, ignore these two as well, which leaves these two, the out and income. So out is obviously expense and in is obviously income. And then we're done. But what description to parse does here is kind of interesting, and I'm going to take you through it. So here we had something that was the sum of 235 kroners and 24 øre in Norwegian currency. That's what was in the bank statement. But because it says over here, euro 23.75, what Receipt Runner has done is take this sum, check if that's likely to be the same sum as this one, and then parse it to that one, because this is what's going to be on the receipt, so that makes it easy to find the receipt. And it also tries to extract the merchant name from this description. So that's it. We have all the columns we need. Let's go ahead and import those transactions. And that's imported. And let's go ahead and choose a date where we can actually see some of them as well. So that's imported here. Good stuff. So I'm going to show you also how you then import something to a bank account that you already set up, because you don't need to do all of this every time you import to a bank account. So let's go ahead and go back to Q1 here, where no transactions were found for Q1. And that's okay. Our file didn't have any transactions for Q1. So what we can do is import the bank statement again. And let's import the one for Q1. And it'll suggest DNB, which is the account we made previously, and that's where we want to import it. And it'll apply all the settings that we had previously. So all we need to do is click next and then import. And that's how easy it is to import new transactions once you've imported the first time. So that's it. That's how you import stuff manually into Receipt Runner. The other alternative is then to auto-sync, and there's a different video about that. Thank you for watching.